back to reality. Someone's pulled this gate off, which means they can get quads in to this field of beans through here. This is the one I've just flown over like seconds ago, 5 minutes ago. Smell the beans. The lights in the field, the landing lights. A bit grassy over here, but don't look a bad lot. They're growing pretty high. You gonna stand next to them for scale, Rob?
I do.
I've got my shoes on. Get in there, aren't they? Yeah, we'll have to fasten this up, won't we? Got it stood up right now. Just have to put a new chain around the top. Someone's cut the brambles back, so it might have even been the council, to be fair, and that's how they've got in. Morgan's making a bale spike, and it doesn't look like that's in the middle.
It is snap on a metre.
And is it a metre that way?
Well, it's 3 mil off.
I knew I could see it was wrong. But is that, where's that though? Yeah, but how far is that from the...
You can see 3 mil.
I can see 3 mil from over here.
It'll be some man.
Well, what's that measurement?
150.
And is it the same that end?
Yeah,
3 mil. Even Oscar can see the 3 mil difference. Last of the OSR is now loaded on this trailer. The shed is now empty. So we're just weighing what's left. It's obviously not a full wagon full. So John's just going to drop this trailer on the weighbridge and weigh it. And we'll see. It's going to be half a load, isn't it? He pulls off there, 27 with the Merlot on. Merlot off. 18.5 tonne. And then I'm not sure what the trailer weighs empty. Thought it was written on it. But we'll weigh the other one, it's identical. This is the OSR shed now, completely empty apart from what's on that trailer and some little bits of sweeping up that need doing, and then the whole thing needs to be cleaned out. We've just been on the computer because I'm frustrated because I think we've stored rate now for 7 or 8 years in large quantities, like say 3,500 tonne we can fit in here. And we always get a bit of moisture loss, a bit of weight loss from the cooling process. So the cooling fans are always sucking through it every time we get cold weather, to the point where we even get condensation on the roof in here and next door if them fans aren't running hard enough. And we've never lost as much as we calculate. You kind of calculate 0.5% moisture loss over the time. But for some reason, the last 2 years, we've lost 0.7, which doesn't sound a lot, but when there's 3,500 tonnes, it's 7 tonne more than we thought. And yeah, we've just been scratching our heads of what's going on. But what didn't help as well this year is a lot of stuff came in wet that we then dried through the dryer, and some of it was properly wet, and then obviously you lose a lot of moisture through that. But that all should be calculated. But yeah, it's just a bit frustrating really why yeah, we're 0.2% out. And when you think it's 130 odd wagon full coming over the weighbridge, you're always going to get some sort of discrepancy. But yeah, it's just a bit frustrating, but we can't figure out why. But yeah, the next job, get this thing scrubbed out, ready for the next harvest, which is probably only 10 days away for some people on OSR. I'm going to move this trailer because it's got some bags of seed on it, and it's on a trailer. I'm going to put it in the shed because I just come round then and some pigeons stood on the top of it, which is really annoying. Well, now the shed's empty, I can put this in it. Not showed you this for a while, but I'm on a Merlot and it's got no fuel in it. Seems to be all the time of the year. Yeah, so I'm glad we never cut the rest of that hay. In hindsight though, I wish I'd have stayed in Portugal. It was a lot warmer and drier. And on the way to the airport, there's some stubble fields. I never saw anyone combining, but something had been combined. They looked like an oat stubble. I know you see wild oats all over the roads, but it didn't look like barley or wheat. So, I don't know what it was. Ian's messed around with a formula on the computer that tells you the dry weights that we use to calculate it. And it was a graft that did that, and it didn't go up smooth, so he's adjusted it so it goes up smooth, and that's where the moisture loss is, so we know what's happening now.
Well, better than that.
Have you been learning welding at night? That's alright, isn't it? Hey, you can feel the heat coming off that. You can boil a kettle off that. Is it square?
Yeah, I did that.
Well, because you were swearing in the background.
No, I said he's quick enough to go in the toolbox anyway.
Got the tape measure. We're going to measure the old spike. I think, did Adam and Sam, or me, Adam and Sam built it about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's cracked up now. We didn't really have the thickest of box section, it was just what was left over from something. Just like that, it's just what was left over from baking the world's biggest loaf of bread. But I'll measure it, see how tall it is, and then see what we make this one too. It's nice having one with a high back so that the straw doesn't fall off the back of it in the field. But when you stack it in the shed, it can hit the roof. So it's always a bit of a compromise of what fits best. And that one is probably about 2.1 from the tines. But kind of cracked and ripped out a bit, and it's been modified a few times, so using a bit bigger box now to make a new bottom bar. Them brackets there, the hooks, should have been welded on a 15-degree angle as well. You can pitch it back more in the field. So this will be the new improved version.
That's bad, isn't it?
I'm going to think here.
Do you want a pad and a pen instead? We're just working out what to do, whether we hinge the top so it folds down to protect the tines, or we make the tines so that they fold up with some bracketry like that. Yeah, that'd work, because then that'd fold.
Yeah, it'd hit that bar down here. It's going to have to be longer, obviously. It'll hit that, and then there'll be like 5 of those spaced out across this on this top bar. So this top bar will be a repeat of this without the collets in, and then there'll be plates on this to hinge off, so the tines can float up and down. And then I'm just trying to work out the distance between the hinge, so it'll.
You want to get like a rubber bit in,
so it'll hinge up past.
Clatter.
Or a rubber bit here.
No, when that so the tines will fold down flat, that'll catch on there, won't it?
Yeah, you could just screw on some conveyor belt.
Because it'll just be like as you go down the field, won't it?
Screw some conveyor belt on, like tack screw it on. Some conveyor belt. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we just make it solid and make a frame to go on it when you go down the road.
Yeah, but you'll leave the frame somewhere. The frame will get bent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on a Merlot, gonna go and get some hay round for the horses because it's the beginning of the month. So we keep a bale spike at the different yards so we don't have to go down the road with them on the front. But at harvest time, sorry I'm hiccuping, at harvest time obviously you're going from field to field, so you do need to carry it around, so always try and carry a bale on it or stick it on a trailer. We'll make one with folding up tines, it'll be a lot easier. So that's obviously what we're on with now, but it's actually going to be rain for the next fortnight. Hay's all sorted now, but can you see the field that we levelled on Friday morning? It's now greening back over again, which is good because I think he's putting his marquee up this week, the guy that's getting married there, which is the guy that's the private chef. And I've just been given a mini roll for bringing the hay round, so that's good. So I'm a bit peckish. For anyone that's been missing any tractor action the last few days, there's tractor, there's combine. To be honest though, you haven't, because you've seen some reruns with loads of combines and loads of big tractors in, and it was nice actually to be on holiday and not have to stress about doing the video every day. I know I did a little bit each day just to say what was going on, but because obviously it's over nearly 4.5 years I've been doing videos for, I'm just going to pull this back a bit so we can do the bumper birthdays. There's obviously like loads of really nice videos that people have missed, because if you're a new watcher you wouldn't have seen it, and if you're an old watcher it was 3 years ago some of it was seen, so you'd have forgotten about it. So sorry about doing the reruns, but I had a holiday, so I'll do the birthdays now. In fact, I can't do the birthdays because there is none, I think, for the first time ever, but we are at £70,000 now and £44. £70,044. Yeah, that's completely random, but in what, 2 and a bit years, that's how much money it's raised. So like you saw yesterday, the combine was in this shed getting prepped, just show you similar time of year. it is now getting prepped for this year. I think they're back tomorrow. They were here last week doing some bits and bobs, some mods on the reel, some bushes in the top. Showed you that, didn't I? Yeah, I did show you that last week. I don't know what's in this box here, but it's class. There's class on it. Oh, filters and different things. Nothing very exciting. Here's obviously the engine filter, looking a bit grubby. To be honest though, right, this year it tells you when it's getting blocked. I didn't have to blow it out much at all, but it's probably because it was such a wet harvest. There wasn't a lot of dust about. I think we were using the windscreen wipers more than we were actually having to blow dust out the air filter this year. Fingers crossed for a dry harvest though. It does not look good. It's the 1st of July today, and it's the wettest day of July already. But I think someone said last year there was two moons in June, so that then meant that it was going to rain for 12 months. Well, I think it has now, so the next 2 weeks don't look so clever, so maybe it's 2 years and 2 months. Someone watching might know what the technical term for it was, but yeah, there's supposed to be these different moons or something. That is all dressed up as well. We know where to go, because obviously we can't drop the rest of this grass. Got about 120, 130 acres of grass still left to do. Far too wet to do that in the next few weeks. We'll probably end up dropping them off, because I think that tractor is going very soon. If I get a chance, I might go and have a look at what it's getting replaced with tomorrow, but just have to see how busy we are in the morning. Anyway, I'm completely waffling now. I'm probably still a little bit tired. Jet lag. Call it jet lag, even though the time difference is exactly the same between Foiro and here, but never mind. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the videos while I was away, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And I'm feeling 85%, 90% probably, because I've enjoyed the relaxing time. How are you? No one's done it for ages. Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow.